If you had a choice and you were studying, would you prefer to learn in the classroom or online? Dragging yourself into town, paying for parking, dealing with people, the public, or opening your laptop, studying from home, maybe still wearing your pyjama bottoms? Well, a new Charles Darwin University study is exploring the use of online learning by undergraduate students in Southeast Asia after it was introduced during the COVID-19 pandemic. The study found if the quality of online learning is high, meaning there weren't technical issues or the online learning systems weren't clunky, online learning can help students manage their cognitive load and improve their memory. Lead author and CDU Professor of Accounting, Indra Ebasekara, joins me face-to-face. Indra, let me just check that your mic's working and that you can hear me. How important are those two simple things to get right for the success of online learning?
Absolutely. I'll start with why we undertook this study. Often, whether it is in classroom or online setting, there are learning difficulties that students face, and we need to reduce or decrease those learning difficulties as much as possible. So that's one of the first tasks that we have to look at. And the second is not just learning, but also they remember what they learn in the short term and long term. Now that online learning has become so popular and exponentially increasing, what we looked at was when online learning was introduced during COVID-19 period, we asked 482 university accounting students about their perception about online learning. Our focus was about the cognitive load. That's the difficulties of learning on an online platform and whether that can be decreased and then whether that leads to higher memory retention. So what we did was, in our survey questionnaire, we asked about the cognitive load aspect. We asked about the teaching quality on online platforms, and then the platform itself, which we call the learning management system, and the learning content. So we asked about this because these are three factors that can increase or decrease the cognitive load, learning difficulty or the learning ease. So we wanted to know about that on the online platform. And then whether these, if we manage them properly, whether that leads to increasing short-term memory through the online learning quality and student satisfaction. In our study, what we found was that the teaching quality contributed 42% for student satisfaction on the online platform. And the learning management system, that contributed 45% towards students' satisfaction. So together, that's 87% that's contributing to student satisfaction.
So the quality of the teacher, the lecturer.
Absolutely.
And then
the quality of the platform.
Of the platform itself.
Absolutely.
And that was so much of whether students were satisfied or not.
Correct. Yeah. So they're crucial factors. The learning content, whether we're teaching the proper content, that contributed 56% to determine the online learning quality. So that's about the short-term memory retention. So these led to students saying that they're not only just their learning, but also that increases their memory retention on short term.
And is that the online learning? Do they have better memory retention than face-to-face learning?
Well, that's our indications. That's what we now have found. Now, it doesn't stop there because we want students not only to learn and then remember short term, but also in the long run. So how do we do this? And we asked that question as well from students. And what they said to us is, if they are satisfied with the online platform, then they'll continue to learn on the online platform. And that student satisfaction contributed 84%. That's substantial.
That's so huge.
That's huge.
So if you're listening to this Charles Darwin University, the place where you work, and you're thinking about what can I do to improve my students' satisfaction and retention.
Absolutely.
investment in the online platforms right up there.
Absolutely. So, and when we talk about teaching quality, we tend to think about just the instructor's knowledge. But it's more than that. It's about whether the instructor is responsive, empathic. All these factors equally contributed to the teaching quality. So these are attributes that students are looking for in teachers and in teaching quality. Then on the learning management platform, they want the learning management platform to be easy to navigate, and it should respond fast to their queries and commands. And then there should be variety of activities, learning activities on the platform for them to learn.
That's easier said than done, though, isn't it?
Well, that's true. But then again, such platforms allow us to give us that flexibility for us to have animated videos, then podcasts, then connect to internet, radio, television, and so forth. Have links through the platform to connect into these resources, but otherwise not available. So those are some things that we have found, but there's something else that we proposed in our study.
Mm-hmm.
We are using learning management systems for online learning at the moment. But what's the future? Where do we go from here? What we found was, when we look at worldwide, we find people spend on internet-connected devices almost 6.5 hours a day.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. We forget that. Now, out of that, 55% of that time is spent on mobile screens.
Sure.
That's huge. So what it tells us is these mobile phone platforms, they are so mobile, you can carry it anywhere. And if learning is delivered through a mobile phone platform, that's going to help students who wants to study, but they're working and they haven't got time to come to classroom, then also to reach regional and remote areas and help them. And also it has a worldwide agenda, because you can help students and also reach students in different parts of the world through mobile phone platform.
So you've got to be able to, because often when people are thinking, well, it's online learning, that's a laptop with an internet connection, a stable internet connection from your house or from your office, but you need that learning system to work on a phone to reach everybody who can do it.
Absolutely. That's very possible. It's starting to happen. And I think the universities must seriously think about it.